What the? Yeah. You don't think we have emotions? You don't think we get money? Then the Ted Bundy. There must be like a high-speed running back, Brandon. Oh, is that dude from Alabama? Let my man's hit her. Let's go. Nah, my Wi-Fi. That's you. A man's hit her. She ain't got no father figure.
Here we go on fourth. Watson. That's to his right.
Get him. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And they say he's just short. The surprising move.
The stream is the stream. I didn't put it up, but it's on. You just share it to the chat, no? What's ass?
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on second down.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They run once more with Taylor.
Come on, bruh.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Man, what the fuck Brian Sims go?
Always hoping that's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the
look, I knew you was about to pick it, so I pressed the SWAT thing.
I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that.
I knew I wasn't going to catch it.
He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
He coming up the press. So
and they'll go for it. Lance.
Oh my gosh.
They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Colts unable to convert.
Is it gonna be a defensive game, Brandon, like it was at the beginning of the first one?
Comes up with a stop. He'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams
let my man's hit her.
Locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus.
What's up? Oh my guys.
In that situation.
Niggas just, I don't know. They don't react good on this game.
To throw again on 2nd down. Watson.
Get that bastard, man.
He'll get it inside the 20.
McCole burning. He just killed Darren James on a slant route. Just murdered him.
And the Chiefs will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Extra point by Butker is on target.
I ain't gonna lie, Darren James is clamping his ass up in real life.
Here's the Chiefs kick.
Ariel, that nigga not even that good. That my man's hit her.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time they were stopped on 4th down. Had a drive stalled out. We'll see how they respond this go-around.
Yo, this nigga not blocking. It's touchdowns, bro.
Feeling good, and then that abrupt stop on 4th down. Do they go back to the bench and go, oh, boy, they've got something for us? Or do they go to the bench and say, we blew it ourselves. Let's get back out there and move the ball again. And is it
There's literally touchdowns on the field, bro.
Is that more motivation for the defense, a little more confidence?
I think as a defense, you're so excited with a 4th down stop. Making them punt, that's your goal anyway. But a 4th down stop, that's almost a sign of disrespect that they went for it in the first place. And when you get that, you feel great about yourselves.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also moved the sticks.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one.
Right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Rolling to his right. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Give him 30 yards there.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure is good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Another 2 yards.
I ain't gonna lie, Jay. These niggas not blocking worth shit.
My players ain't either right
Speed is the
now.
hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
My offensive line supposed to be one of the better ones.
We'll take that sack. Ain't nothing open.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. If you win your one-on-ones enough times, it's going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
The Colts unable to convert here on 4th
Nigga
down.
Brandon bot, bruh. Nigga getting everything.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. The center receiver in motion to the right. On 1st and 10, Watson. Deep ball for Goodwin.
Oh my gosh.
One-handed. Wow.
Big
A big play there for KC. 42 yards.
Boy, they've definitely come out of the gate smoking here in the first quarter. Whatever they've tried to run has worked. And there's another example.
Nigga getting
right here.
everything.
Game plan is one thing, but how about his accuracy? It's been exceptional.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 1st down, Watson. And And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Watson.
What the?
Throw here's incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. To throw is Watson. Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman. On 4th down, Watson. And that is incomplete. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Nigga Jaden, I didn't know this nigga Brandon was a gap shooter.
Yeah,
shit.
Stacked up there in the middle of the line, a lot of bodies, not much
He's shooting that motherfucker right now.
He was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Play action. Now it's Lance. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Normally, I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on 4th down.
Oh, they should have already said, punt it, punt it. Head coach should have already made that decision.
Here we go, 4th down, Lance sliding out of the pocket. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with a football. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Chiefs will have the football back.
The amount of pressure this nigga getting right now.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 2nd and 9, Watson. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on 3rd down.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Here's Watson. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They're coming off a fourth down gamble that last drive that backfired, CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on fourth down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
Eluding the pressure right. That ball caught by Campbell. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now a play fake. Lance. Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Many times when a play breaks down and the quarterback's moving around outside of the pocket, you're thinking just get rid of something short. But a lot of guys are coached, think deep, take the big shot, hoping someone can get lost behind the secondary. They weren't able to connect on that one.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Off of play action, here's Lance. Flushed out right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 23 yards the pickup there. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw, it's Lance. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
They'll roll him out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal. Because just a few plays ago,
my
they looked like
gosh.
the end zone.
And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. A loss of a yard and a
Who is 94? Oh, you got best inside stuff I've seen.
Here's Lance to throw it. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. And this one is incomplete.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half with the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
Mecole Hardman, the intended target, and it'll bring up 3rd down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Watson. Completes it to Hardman. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
That's some bullshit.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Again, it's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. Locates Hardman for another catch. And the result here,
why is this nigga Coyle out
with
here?
2 to go on 2nd down. From the 38, Watson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And it'll leave them with 3rd and a full yard to go.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They will indeed snap it to Watson. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. He's going to have the hook up to Ross.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Second and 8 coming up. Here's Watson. Buying time to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Watson looks to throw again. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Here's Watson throwing on 4th down. And all the way inside
My
the
gosh,
14
man.
before they drop it. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. From the red zone now, Watson steps away to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
This is where good coaching and execution come into play because down this close, you absolutely don't want to turn it over. Good job keeping that in mind as he escaped, bought time, and decided throwing it away was his best option.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Watson. And he'll just get rid of it. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Watson now to throw.
Bro.
This is caught. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. John Ross in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes our score 17-0. 4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away.
I have a motherfucking soul open. Niggas DBs clamping motherfuckers across the fucking field. And then he gap shooting. I don't know. I don't even know what the fuck to do. They come out here playing perfect defense.
Bring a receiver in motion right.
Shit.
A final shot before half for Lance. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports halftime
About to beat me. I can't get shit going. I literally can't get shit going, boy. Nigga DB's clamping 8, and then he gap shooting, bro. That's what's hurting the most.
Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
I just need a fucking block. I had it all game. No blocks all game.
To the line, ready to start their next drive. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
On second down, it's Taylor. And he's got some space here. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 77 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. This is caught by Evans. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Matt Breida, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. And they decide fairly early here they need the ball back, so here's an onside kick. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. I know they're down, but starting the third quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen. Steal possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
Nigga had a touchdown.
But it's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet.
I don't know why this.
Think about, I'm not
I don't know why this matchup doing this.
But understanding clock management here on out.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. To throw on 2nd and 10. Watson. Throw left side complete. That's Goodwin. And he's going to get this one down to
Shit don't make
the
no fucking
edge of the red
sense.
zone. 23 yards to pick up there.
Stay where the fuck you at.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A nice run right there, and we talk this time of year about certain teams, certain players who don't have a lot of postseason history to speak of, and here's a man right here in his rookie season in the NFL, and he's being asked to carry the load at running back for this offense.
And he has acquitted himself nicely here in his rookie year. And look, I think we both believe that the burden's a little lighter on backs and receivers than it is on quarterbacks in the playoffs. But that's not to say this is going to be easy. As fast as the NFL game is in the regular season, it's like warp speed when you turn the pressure up in the postseason. So let's see how he handles things early.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. In the 1st half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 2nd and goal, Watson. He'll buy some time right. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. In motion, the tight end. Now Watson on 3rd and goal. Eluding the pressure right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Butker's kick here is good, and that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So 3 points, response there to that opening touchdown of this 3rd quarter.
And that's an important 3, both in terms of adding to your lead, but also letting the other guys know you're not going to just come out in the 2nd half and take over.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Damn.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. And he's got room. Able to slither by. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, 57 yards. And the Colts have got it back to within a score. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead will shrink to 6. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10.
Throwing again is Watson. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Out of the gun, Watson.
What?
Complete over the middle. That's Ross. And
My gosh, bro.
first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Hands it off out of the gun.
DeForest Buckner in on the tackle. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Now they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. From just shy of midfield, Watson going deep downfield for Ross. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I remember Coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively.
Got a man, it's Ross, complete.
He's going to have the 1st down and then some.
I don't know why.
The way in for a Kansas City touchdown. John Ross with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Chiefs will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Butker on for the PAT. And the lead is now 13. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Running left, Taylor.
Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
And even 150 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues.
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he gets it down to the 32. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, They almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. On the handoff, this is Taylor. There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
And Lance will have the first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact there at the end of the play. They'll run here with Taylor. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his second touchdown of the night. And the Colts have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point put through by Boswell. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this a very important drive leading in the fourth quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here first down.
Wow.
And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as the tackle made here at the 36. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Right back to him on first down. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Jay.
This defense starting to buckle down when they need to.
What happened
right
with
now
that
they're
game,
winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line
Just
it
like
is
that.
about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score.
You fix my
They can't be
team,
so
stud.
aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps. And
This nigga Brandon just throwing up shit and getting bailed, bro.
Come on, Jay, you gotta go look at that receiving core, then you go understand why I'm asking,
They're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back.
I have a nigga named
crucial to their
Deacon. I don't
chances
even know
of
who
trying
that
to win
is.
this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Open man is Ross, complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That third down conversion
Nigga.
for 23. Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Faking the give. Now Watson rolling to his right. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired, while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to perhaps salt this one away. Butker's kick here is good, and that will make this a 9-point lead. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that, Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
It's another 1st down on what will be a gain of 21 yards. Lance looking to throw. Oh, it's tipped, but he still makes the adjustment. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Here's Lance.
Flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Now the question is obvious. Do you try to kick the field goal right here knowing that you need 2 scores? I would be thinking about if I were on that sideline. Get the field goal now, try and get the touchdown later.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on 1st down. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout. As the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Sliding out of the pocket. Got a man on the right sideline. It's Campbell. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now.
Bag, man.
Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance.
And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. So with under 30 seconds to play, this is the game right here. And the Chiefs have got it. And with that, they should have a victory as well. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it.
Well, I just lost.
Option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Oh, I lost out my own mistakes, though.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
Dion Beacon fucking
Watson. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. Back of the end zone.
This nigga.
This nigga.
No, it's incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Watson now to throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman.
What the? Oh my gosh, I played over the top. I did everything. Nigga still got beat. Gosh, boy.
Very little time remaining. Boy, it just sucked any energy and momentum out of the other sideline.
Yeah, take an incredible.
I played over the top.
Bring this one back to even. A great series.
95 speed.
An opportunity to slam the window shut, and they followed through.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves.
It's caught inside the 25. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
One final try now for Lance.
And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. So with just a few ticks left, they need a miracle. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. And a wild card win moves them on to the divisional round.
Everyone plays all